Hey, real talk before you scroll past another home theater component. If you've ever watched a movie where the sound should have felt immersive but instead just stayed there, or you've sat through a game that sounded flat instead of dimensional, you already know that audio isn't just noise. You feel depth. You feel clarity. You know when something should sound better, and that tells me exactly who this is for. This is for the kind of person who doesn't just watch content, you experience it. You're the one who notices when surrounds feel one-dimensional, when atmospheres lack texture, or when sound doesn't match the intention of the scene. You don't settle for good enough. Before we go any further, take a moment to check the current price and what's in stock. Components like the Marantz AV7706 don't sit at one price forever. Deals shift, inventory changes, and hesitation is the thing that turns "I should get this" into "I wish I grabbed that." You know it was time to upgrade the minute your current setup left you straining for detail, turning dial after dial, tweaking settings, and still feeling like something was missing. That feeling of half-stepped performance isn't subtle, it's your instinct telling you that your gear isn't living up to your ambition. That's the point where you realize you've outgrown compromise. Installing the Marantz AV7706 doesn't feel like a minor improvement, it feels like finally giving your ears what they've been asking for. This isn't just an AV preamp. It's an 11.2 channel command center built for 8K sources, spatial audio formats, and a system that finally matches your expectations. With HEOS built in, you're not just watching movies, you're streaming music with the clarity and presence that makes every track feel intentional. Voice control adds convenience you feel, not gimmick you tolerate. Picture this: you start a movie and immediately you're inside the soundstage. Atmos and DTS:X don't just label channels, they place audio overhead, around you, layering effects with dimension instead of smearing them across a front bar. Dialogue sits forward where it belongs. Rear channels fill the room without overpowering. Deep moments have weight without boominess. Quiet moments don't disappear, they breathe. That's not performance on paper, that's presence you feel. Once you've experienced that kind of depth and immersion, anything weaker starts to feel flat. You'll catch yourself instinctively comparing every session back to what you already know is possible. That's loss aversion talking. You don't want to lose the richness, the clarity, and the spatial realism you've already felt. If you're tempted to wait for a sale or hope stock steadies out, here's the honest truth: prices move, inventory shifts, and the perfect moment rarely arrives. Delaying this upgrade usually means missing out on the experience you already want. Maybe you're thinking a simpler receiver can get you close enough. But deep down, your instinct already knows what good feels like. Once you've felt real spatial sound with confident control over an entire 11-channel setup, close doesn't cut it. Your brain won't settle for almost, it'll remind you of presence, clarity, depth, and intention. And here's something people don't talk about enough: owning a component like this changes how you live with your system. You don't just press play, you show up for every session. You invite people over because you want them to hear what you hear. You don't worry about whether your gear can handle a scene, you expect it. Spatial depth that feels like a world, not a box. Dialogue clarity that doesn't hide, control that feels intentional, not messy. Immersion that happens all around you. Confidence every time you press play. It isn't the cheapest AV preamp out there. It will make lesser systems feel lacking. At some point you stop looping through comparisons and choose the thing your instinct already picked. Check the price and what's available. If your gut is leaning in, trust it. Don't let this be one of the upgrades you look back on and wish you made sooner.